I'm with Michael Anderson today here on this video short for our Simple Things newsletter. And thank you, Michael, for being here. I'm really excited to talk to you today.
Oh, I'm happy to do it, Dave.
Yeah, I wanted to get you on the line here and talk a little bit about procrastination. I know you and I discussed that on your guest episodes here on the One Simple Thing podcast. And I know you have some specific strategies that we could put into practice today to start overcoming procrastination.
Absolutely. And the funny thing about procrastination is it happens to everybody. So even when we see the Richard Bransons or all the people that really achieve Elon Musk, it's not like those people don't get it. They just know some of these tools and tricks to get over it as well. So if you are experiencing procrastination, which I still do, don't worry, you're normal. That's an okay thing to do.
And take it easy on yourself, right? Don't beat yourself up because you procrastinate.
Yes, but that doesn't mean you have to accept it. There's things we can do and we'll talk about right now.
Yeah, so what are some of those strategies we could put in place even today that'll help us beat that beast of procrastination?
So my favorite one is called Just 5 Minutes, and this is one I get some of the most feedback that is the quickest, easiest one to put into place. And when you want to get something, when you want to start on something and it's a big project, there's a couple different things you can do. If it's a large work project, for example, and it's one of the things where you got to get a jump on it, what you can do is you can just block out an hour in your calendar. And even if you don't know what you're going to do in that hour, when you have that hour blocked out, you're going to start to make progress on that project. And if we even cut that down to something a little even shorter, like clean my bedroom or paint the garage, you can say, hey, I'm going to do it for just 5 minutes. So if I don't feel like doing it, if I feel like watching TV instead, I can tell myself, hey, I'm just going to do it for 5 minutes. And then if I don't want to do it anymore, I'll quit doing it after 5 minutes. But if I'm doing okay, I'm going to keep going. And when I was writing my book, this is something that I did all the time because to me, writing is like going to the gym. Once I start, I'm fine, but I never want to actually take the step.
Yeah.
And I tell myself, look, I'm going to do it for 5 minutes. And after that 5 minutes, if I don't want to do it anymore, I'll just go back to watching TV. And I can tell you, every time that I did it, I went and I spent half an hour, 2 hours on that project.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that momentum, right? It's just getting over that hump of getting started doing it.
Absolutely. It's never as bad as we thought. And so a lot of these things we enjoy doing as well.
And if I don't feel like doing it, then I take the rest of the hour and I take a nap or whatever, right?
Yeah, give yourself permission. We talked about that, being kind to yourself. And I think I threw two at you there. So the one is the just 5 minutes. And the second is if you don't know where to start on a project. Like a lot of people come to me, they see me speak and they're like, hey, I want to write a book. Because when I do my keynotes, a lot of people have a book or a blog or a video blog, radio show, all the stuff that we like to do, but they don't know where to start on it. And if you take an hour out of your time and you say, look, I'm going to start on my book in this hour and I don't know where I'm going to start. And when you sit down for that hour, after 1 or 2 minutes, you're going to sit down, then you're going to sketch out the table of contents, or you're going to draw with stick figures the cover, or you're going to write chapter 3. But because you've given yourself that time, you're going to figure out what to do. So don't stress if you don't know what to do. Just give yourself that container, as they say, for your creativity.
And just like, I just wrote a blog post here recently about first drafts. And, the thing is, just get it down on paper. It might be crap right now, but just get it down on paper and start somewhere, right?
Absolutely. And you're going to change it, but that's okay, because if you don't start, I had a coach, Steve Chandler, a great guy. He told me one time, there's no such thing as writer's block. Get your butt in the chair and your fingers on the keyboard.
I like that a lot. So you have a new program coming out, and we mentioned taking it easy on yourself and not beating yourself up, and it's all about self-compassion, right?
It is all about self-compassion, because what I learned, and what's unique about me is, even though I've had material success, I founded 3 international software companies, I used to play semi-pro ball, I used to party at the Playboy Mansion. So everything looked cool on the outside, but inside I didn't have any joy and fulfillment. And I took a master's degree in spiritual psychology, and it was just so life-changing for me. And I saw a lot of my other entrepreneur and executive friends going through the same thing, where we just have these sky-high expectations for ourselves, unrealistic expectations. And even when we meet them, we don't even celebrate. And we always have that little voice in the back of our head telling ourselves how we didn't do things perfectly. It's just a really difficult way to go through life, Dave.
Yeah.
And And I found that and what the thing is, though, sometimes we think that negativity drives us. And in a way it does. But what I found, though, is when we have the right tools, we can just have such a better relationship with ourselves and be kinder with ourselves. And that makes us so much more effective. It gives us so much more energy. We see things so much more clearly. And so that's what I help executives and entrepreneurs do. And I put that in an online course. So the whole course, my online stuff, is called The Business of You. Because instead of putting your skills to business, because you're successful in business, put those skills into your own development. And then it's called Self-Compassion, the definitive strategy for life and business success. So we really teach you how to become happier in the relationship with yourself, which changes everything else in your world.
Well, we're going to have a link to that course in the newsletter, so we'll make sure everybody gets a link to that and encourage everybody to take part in that. Michael, I'm so grateful you spent just a couple of minutes here with us today, gave us some strategies on procrastination. Look forward to what you have to teach us in the future here.
All right, everybody, thank you.